Reducing inventory by ensuring that resources arrive only when they are needed most accurately reflects the idea behind which of the following process management philosophies. Total quality management, this is wrong basically, because the total quality management, it primarily focuses on customer, not the inventory. Lean management, again, this is incorrect, because lean management emphasizes the use of only those resources needed to meet the requirement of the customer. So it is not directly focused on inventory management. This is incorrect. Just in time, yes, that's true. Just in time emphasizes that the resources must be deployed only when there is a customer standing at the door, right? So this is clearly related to the production. Why not D? Activity-based costing. Please note, activity-based costing is a technique through which we accumulate cost based upon different activities. So this is basically the cost accumulation system, or you can say it's a cost allocation technique. It's the way we can add value to the processes, identify the value-adding cost and non-value-adding cost. So this is not it. It is just in time, because just in time involves deployment of resources just in time in order to meet the customer requirement or maybe our production requirements. The benefit of just-in-time system for raw materials usually include, let us move in the reverse order, decrease the number of deliveries required to maintain production. This is wrong, because under just-in-time we may require many frequent deliveries, so there will be increase in number of deliveries from customers. So this is wrong. Maximization of the standard delivery quantity, thereby lessening the paperwork for each delivery. This is wrong. This is again incorrect, because we might require to purchase only what we need. Sometimes we buy more units, sometimes we buy less units, so this is wrong. This is true for conventional inventory management system where we use economic order quantity. This is wrong. Increase in the number of suppliers, thereby ensuring competitive bidding. Incorrect. When we deploy just in time, we would like to reduce the number of suppliers to only those suppliers who are good. Maybe just one good supplier is enough. We need those suppliers who are dependable, who are reliable. So this is increase in number won't help. So then this is the benefit. Benefit of just-in-time system for raw material usually include elimination of non-value-adding operation. This is true. Just-in-time focuses on speeding up the production process without having to store them prior to use, because storage is a non-value-adding cost. Thus, non-value-adding operations of storage and handling, it is eliminated. So that is the benefit of just-in-time. Next, which of the following methodologies would be most effective for a company that wants to reduce its rate of defective products? Break-even analysis? No, because break-even analysis, it is used to determine how many units should we sell in order to cover your variable and fixed cost. So this is not true. This is not what we're looking for. B, Six Sigma. That is true. Six Sigma involves improving your current processes. So this is clearly likely to reduce your defective production output. So this is true. Six Sigma is the right option. Why not variable costing? We have read it in detail in our previous learnings. Variable costing does not relate to reduction of defective products. It's just that you accumulate only the variable cost of production as a part of product, like we take direct material, direct labor, and variable overhead as a part of product cost, and variable selling and variable administration. This is considered as the variable non-production cost, and they are deducted from the selling price in order to determine your unit contribution margin. And finally, sensitivity analysis is wrong, because sensitivity analysis is used for testing what-if scenarios. What if our material cost goes up by this percentage? What if our labor cost falls by this percentage? So this does not relate to reduction of defective products. So this is again incorrect. B is the right option. Next, unlike business process re-engineering, business process management does what? Let us move in the reverse order. Business process management has a longer implementation time. This is wrong. Business process re-engineering basically has a longer implementation time. Business process management increases the financial risk associated with change. Incorrect. Business process management, in fact, decreases financial risk because the change is incremental. So you just go step by step. So if the things go wrong, you can simply roll back. So this is wrong. It doesn't increases financial risk. B, seek radical change. Wrong. In fact, business process re-engineering seeks radical change, fundamental revolutionary change. Wrong. Then business process management is the one that seeks incremental change. Sure. Seeks incremental change by just improving the existing process rather than just destroying it and starting afresh. That is the case in business process re-engineering. A is the right option. Which of the following is not a disadvantage, mind the word, is not a disadvantage of outsourcing? Quality of service. Yes, if you outsource, there is a possibility that the quality may be severely affected. So this is a disadvantage. Security issues. Yes, information security may be less stringently monitored at outsourced service provider's office. This is true. So this is a disadvantage. There is a language barrier. Maybe you might have outsourced to India or China. So it will be a problem for you to communicate with them. So language barriers, yes, it's a disadvantage. Language barriers contribute to customer dissatisfaction. Which of the following is not disadvantage? Risk mitigation. Risk mitigation is basically an advantage because you are now outsourcing your no-code function to third parties. So you are basically reducing risk exposure in the event of any issue arises. So this is basically an advantage. Next, performance of quality assurance occurs in which of the following processes? Authorization, incorrect because quality is broadly defined in the authorization process. So this is a wrong statement. Planning, again, incorrect because the standard of quality is more accurately and precisely defined in the planning process. So this is wrong. Then what about implementation? Yes, quality assurance takes place in the implementation process after the standard of quality has been established. So that is true. And what about close? Incorrect because the close process occurs after the performance of quality deliverable. So this is incorrect as well. C is the right option. Organizations with one-piece flow manufacturing environment that are experiencing bottlenecks in production are most likely to develop strategies associated with, let us discuss these one by one. Just in time, wrong because just in time is not the best response to bottleneck. We are facing production constraints, so just in time is just the inventory management system. Lean manufacturing, again, lean manufacturing is not an appropriate response in bottlenecks. Lean manufacturing it involves the use of only those resources that are required to meet the customer satisfaction or customer's requirements. So this is not what it is. C, demand flow manufacturing. Well, this is incorrect because this is not an appropriate response to bottleneck. What is demand flow manufacturing? Demand flow manufacturing manages resources using customer demand. We produce only when there is a customer. So driven by the customer requests. Theory of constraints, that is absolutely the right option. Theory of constraint involves identification of bottleneck, using the bottleneck to its maximum efficiency. So organizations must be operated in a manner that either work around or leverages the constraint. That means you use the best use of constraint at the in the medium term or to short term, and in the long term you need to find some solution to the bottleneck that is restricting your production. So this is true. D is the right option. Which of the following steps is not found in existing product and business process improvement under Six Sigma? If you've read your theory, you would know. Define the problem. It's a step involved in existing product and business development process. Analyze data is also a part of it. Control is, but design optimization, this is one of the steps involved in new product or business process development under Six Sigma. So not the existing product or business process improvement. So this is for the new product or process. Rest of them are for the existing product. So that makes D to be the correct option. Which of the following management philosophies does not focus on quality? Mind the word, does not focus on quality. Gap analysis. It is incorrect because gap analysis determines the difference between the industry best practice and the current company practice. So the difference between what you're doing and what the industry is doing. So this is one of the quality related domains. Total quality management, again, it is driven by the customer satisfaction, and it's a tool we use for continuous product improvement. So this is for quality. We're looking for the one that is not. So this is absolute conformance. Absolute conformance means perfect compliance with pre-established level of quality. Again, this is the one focusing on quality. What is not focusing on quality is lean manufacturing. The main objective in lean manufacturing is waste reduction, not quality, right? So quality is not the preeminent concept in lean manufacturing. So that makes D to be the correct option. Which of the following is one of the 7 critical factors identified by the total quality management or the TQM? Internal constraints? No. Internal constraints, basically they relate to the theory of constraints, not total quality management. Customer focus, this is absolutely correct, because in total quality management, every function, every individual, every department is responsible, exists to satisfy the customer, and that is the right option. Waste reduction and continuous improvement, both of these are characteristics of lean manufacturing, not the total quality management. So we got our right answer. Which of the following is not a characteristic of total quality management? Customer focus is, continuous improvement is, quality circles is, waste reduction is not. Waste reduction is the characteristic of lean manufacturing, not total quality management. The maximization of throughput is an inherent concept in which of the following management philosophies? We know for sure it is the theory of constraints, because theory of constraint is concerned with maximizing the throughput contribution by identifying which resources, which operations are operating at constraint, or they are restricting our production. True, we know for this in detail. Total quality management, wrong, because total quality management focuses to satisfy your customer by improving our products. Six Sigma, again, it emphasizes cost reduction above production constraints, and activity-based costing, it is primarily focused on identifying cost driver that adds the cost up and identifying which activities are value adding and which are not. So we got the answer. A is the correct option. Which of the following is not, mind the word, not a benefit of implementation of just-in-time? Not a benefit. Cost reduction, it's a benefit. True, cost reduction from reduced inventory are benefit of just-in-time. Work in process reduction, again, this is true also, it's a benefit. A reduction in work in process means you have to keep less work in process, so that reduces your cost of handling a work in process. True, it's a benefit. Quality improvement, this is true also, because the overall improvements in effectiveness of production, efficiency of production, and quality of products are benefits of just-in-time. So these are benefits. Variability increases. This is a problem with just-in-time. Sometimes you produce more, less, more, less. So your production is highly variable depending upon the customer's requirement. So this is the disadvantage basically. Just-in-time is not designed to produce variability, but to accommodate production cycles. So sometimes you produce more or less. So this is basically the disadvantage of just-in-time. That makes B to be the correct option. Which of the following uses analysis of production processes to ensure that resources stay within the targeted cost? Let us move in the reverse order. Just-in-time is incorrect, because just-in-time involves deployment of our resources just-in-time to meet the customer's requirement or just to meet our production requirement. So this is not it what we're looking for. Value chain analysis again is incorrect, because value chain analysis is not focused on ensuring costs stay within the targeted range. Activity-based costing again is incorrect, because it does not strive to stay within the targeted cost. Kaizen, yes, that is correct. Kaizen, or sometimes called the continuous pursuit of improvement, ensure that resources used stay within the targeted cost. Hence, A is the right option. Which of the following is not, mind the word, is not a requirement of just-in-time system? Supplies received as needed throughout the day. it is one of the requirements of a just-in-time system, because we need to receive the goods when we need them for our production. So this is reduced setup time. This is one of the requirements of just-in-time. So you need to be able to quickly produce based upon the customer requirements. So reduced setup times, these are the benefits and features of just-in-time. Employees empowerment, again, just-in-time requires that workers are empowered. There must be sense of empowerment amongst the employees. So this is the benefit and one of the requirements of just-in-time. Strong job specialization, this is incorrect. This is not the requirement of just-in-time. Means just-in-time may use workers that are multi-skilled. They can do many things, many jobs simultaneously. So specialization is basically one of the hindrances, one of the restrictions on just-in-time. If a company has a more specialization in its workers, it will find application of just-in-time to be of little beneficial. So job specialization is basically not a requirement of just-in-time. We need multi-skilled workers, hence D is the right option. Companies that adopt just-in-time purchasing system often experience, let us move in the reverse order, less need for linkage with vendors' computerized order entry system. Wrong. In fact, when you are using just-in-time, you need more of connectivity to your vendor so that the orders can be placed automatically when materials are required. So there is more need for linkages with the vendor system to speed up order placement and goods delivery. A greater need for inspection of goods as the goods arrive. No, your vendors are dependable. They are reliable. Goods come directly to the production floor. There is no need to count. There is no need for quality inspection. So in fact, when just-in-time is implemented, there is a less need for inspection. Goods delivered are directly to the production floor. Fewer deliveries from suppliers. No. We will only require what we need right now. So we won't buy in bulk. We will buy based upon our immediate needs. So there will be more frequent deliveries from the suppliers. And of course, B, C, D are not the correct options. Then it has to be A. A reduction in the number of suppliers. That's true. Just-in-time requires few carefully selected suppliers who are dependable, who can provide the goods exactly when we need them. Which of the following is not typically or a typical characteristic of just-in-time production environment? Not, mind the word. Lot size is equal to 1. Yes, we can just request 1 unit from our vendor as needed. So this is true, is a typical characteristic. Insignificant setup times and cost. It costs us very little to reset our machinery. So this is true. This is a typical characteristic of just-in-time. Balanced and level workloads. This is again one of the typical characteristics of just-in-time. Then push-through system, then it has to be the correct option. Remember, just-in-time is a pull system. Your production is pulled when the customer is standing at the door. The customer pulls at your machinery and your machine starts working, right? So remember, just-in-time is a pull system, whereas MRP is a push system. You just produce in anticipation of the customer's demand. There is no customer, but you are producing just in case you will be able to sell when the goods are already manufactured. So it's a push-through system. This is totally in contravention or against the philosophy of just-in-time. Push-through system, you produce in anticipation of demand, and just-in-time is you produce only when there is a customer standing at the door. Which changes in cost are most conducive, most favorable to switching from traditional inventory ordering system to just-in-time ordering system? Under which situations just-in-time is more suitable for the business? When cost per purchase order is reducing, means you can ask for any units you need. You can place orders again and again and again and again at a very little cost. So cost per purchase order should fall, and inventory unit carrying cost, when it is more expensive to carry the units in your inventory, when the carrying cost goes up, that's the point you should use to move to just-in-time. And when the cost per purchase order falls, that's the point where you need to use just-in-time. So if your cost per purchase order is decreasing and your inventory carrying cost is increasing, that's the point, that's the situation that is most suitable, most conducive to switch from the traditional system to just-in-time. That makes B to be the correct option. A manufacturer that wants to improve its staging process compares its procedures against the check-in process for a major airline. Interesting. A manufacturer is trying to benchmark a major airline's check-in process, and he wants to employ this method in his staging process in manufacturing. So which of the following tool is the manufacturer using? Total quality management, wrong, because total quality management is a commitment to customers focused performance. Statistical process control, incorrect, because statistical process control is a tool we use for quality control, right? Which uses statistics in order to control our production stays within the established criteria. Economic value added, again it is wrong. It is the measure of economic profit. So then it's benchmarking. Yes, you have benchmarked a major airline's check-in process and you want to use it in your manufacturing system. That makes D to be the correct option.